But we are back. It says we've got 14 viewers. I assume that a lot of people have managed to flip over and find this particular stream. I'm not really sure. But hopefully you have, because I don't know exactly what the problem was. Let's copy this, and I'm gonna try to go into the other one here and see if I can't paste in the thing so that you guys know. There we go. So hopefully you found the new stream. If not, that is the link that's listed in the old chat to the new stream. I don't know what happened. I never know what happened. It just does these things. This is what happens when you're using Streamlabs OBS and you don't know how it and you don't know what it's doing. But it is what it is. If that happens again, needless to say, I'm going to do the same thing. Just restart the stream and we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure what's causing that, to be honest with you. It doesn't tell me anything in Streamlabs OBS's performance stuff. What's up, Michael T? What happened? I don't know. Streamlabs disconnected. I probably could have waited around for a moment to see whether it would have reconnected, but I kind of figured you guys had waited long enough, so it is what it is. If the reason why I'm actually using Streamlabs OBS tonight, which I normally wouldn't, but I have a tutorial piece set up over here so that I can walk you through a couple of things in profile and scene selection, and I can't do that if I'm actually physically streaming with OBS. So I had to stream with Streamlabs tonight, and we're going to see if it works or not. Unfortunately, we lost about 5 viewers in the last transition, which sucks, but it is what it is. What's up, Michael T? How are you doing, my brother? I hope you're doing fantastic. So if anyone has any particular questions about how to set up anything that's pertaining to their live stream, please do not hesitate to go ahead and let me know. He's probably got to restart. Yeah, I'm just looking at the chat from the other one, and unfortunately we might have lost a couple of people, which always stinks. I hate to do that. I wish this was a solid, ridiculously awesome connection, but unfortunately for some reason OBS in general seems to do that. One of the golden rules when it comes to live streaming is that you always have to expect that something is going to be unexpected and go wrong. And there's not a thing you can do about it. It just is what it is. So I'm bummed about it, but it does happen. We're back up to 15 viewers, which means everyone seemed to manage to find their way back in the stream. If you have not said hi in the chat, please do so. Let me know where you're from. And also, if you have any sort of question that pertains to live streaming, I would love to hear about it because, you know, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. So that would be awesome. I'm going to flip over to the tutorial section over here, and I want to show you guys a little bit about OBS, if I can manage to get it to work right. So one of the things, I'm going to put up the stats here because I want to see what this is doing while I'm doing it. Excuse me. So one of the things that is new in OBS, and I wished we had for a very, very long time, is these two pieces right here, the profile section and the scene collection section. And what makes these things so cool, so the profile selection right here, you see I have 2 different profiles set up. My main profile would be the profile that I use to go live on my absolute main account, which means that all of the settings in the settings mode here are set up to go to my main YouTube account. And then the other profile, WGOE, is my worst gamer on earth profile. So all the settings that are set up in here are, you know, to restream IO, because I go to Mixer and Twitch and, you know, Twitter and a whole bunch of other places. So you can set up 2. So what this basically gives you the ability to do is set up 2 different profiles for streaming. If I go into my main stream setting, you can see this goes to YouTube. That's where I mainly stream to. You could create a new profile here and enter in the profile name, whatever you want, and create a whole new set of settings for another channel that you want to stream to, or if you just want to test settings and you don't want to mess up the ones you already have, you can go in and add a profile and put in some test settings and see if something works better one way than another. I really think, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I wish we would have had way back in the day. I'll let you know. Let's see. I was wondering if OBS is free. Also, have you tried the new Canon webcam app with it? And finally, why would OBS not record my screen, but only windows I select? Well, OBS is only going to record the windows that you put inside the... Windows is only going to record the screens that you set. In other words, Garrett, let me kind of show you what I mean here. We're going to add display. You know what? Let's add a screen capture. Window capture here. So if I was, yeah, that's fine. We'll capture that window. So you guys can all see my stats right now. So this right here is the window that I'm capturing. It shows you what my stream looks like here. If I wanted to record that and I clicked start recording right here, that's what it's going to record. If I want to record something else, then I have to go into properties, drop this down. Maybe I want to record, I don't know, what do we got here? OBS, Streamlabs. Let's see, maybe I want to record something in Chrome, like my chat from the other one. So if I hit start recording now, it's going to record this. It's only going to record what's physically in your OBS. So if you notice, I don't have any audio in here. It's not going to record any audio. It's only going to record that. If OBS is free, OBS is absolutely 100% completely and totally free. You do not need to pay anything for OBS Studio like what you see here. And what was your other one? Have I tried the Canon webcam app? It's funny that you mentioned that. I'm going to probably be working with another person who uses Canon to do a little bit of a video on the Canon webcam app. I do not use it. I do have a DSLR camera hooked up to work with this, but that DSLR camera is a Sony. So it's hooked up with a cam link. So I'm going to be having somebody help me out and do some testing on the Canon live streaming piece, and then I'm going to produce a video for that. So Garrett, you will get to see that soon enough. I'll let you know, Mike, you can set up the OBS virtual cam plugin connecting to Streamyard and Zoom. Well, I have no doubt that you can. I'll be sure he gets the question. Yeah, thank you, Michael T. Hey, Cola Culture, what's up? What's up? That's Wills. Wills, it's been a while, man. I hope you're doing awesome. What's up, Gregory Simonez? I hope you're doing awesome. Michael Fire Jr., there's an option to record the desktop. Is there an option to record the desktop? Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's say you guys are going to be mad at me. I know. All of you Mackies are going to be mad at me because I'm streaming, guess what, on a PC. But you see that? I could record that desktop right there. And all I have to do to set that up is to go here, and then I want to go to display capture. And I'm just going to capture my other display. This is going to be a little bit of a inception thing going on here. So you set it to display 1 or display 2, and you can capture your displays and stream whichever one of the, and then you can put whatever applications that you want right on those displays and stream them. And I want to just apologize right in advance for first of all doing the inception, because that always annoys me when other people do it, but also for using a PC to stream. But there's a long story behind that as well. So there you go. That's how you would record from your desktop. All you have to do is include your desktop into the screen. Now, you're not going to be able to do it unless you have two monitors. But there you go. That's the option I can't never get to work. Garrett, do you have 2 monitors? Because if you do not, that's why you can't get it to work. That's what Garrett's asking. Well, let's see. If I close this out right here. Let's see. right now I have my Streamlabs OBS set to record my desktop or my second monitor. So if I just minimize that, you can see right now I'm recording, or I can record just by hitting the record button, everything that's going on right on here. But the only way for you to do that is to have a second monitor. See this monitor where my mouse is moving around right now? That's my main monitor, and I have all my OBS stuff running on a monitor that's over on the other screen. So that right there is the key. 2 monitors, and you shouldn't have any problems doing it. What's up, Budget Bushcraft? How you doing, brother? It's been a while. I hope you're doing fantastic. Realities within realities. That's right. That's right. That's why I hate the viewception. Oh my goodness, Pauline. Wow, Pauline, you're freaking unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you so much. Holy moly. For beautiful flowers for Monica, she says. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. View full screen. Did that actually do something? I don't know if that actually did the widget. It was supposed to do the widget, but I don't think it did. Let's see. Nope, it didn't do anything yet. It didn't do anything yet. I wonder why not.
Whoa, that's
there
awesome.
It is.
Thank you.
There it is. There it is. Thank you, Pauline. That's freaking amazing. Wow. You're the best. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will try the second monitor. Thanks, Garrett. I hope that helps. Otherwise, if you go back into my main here, you could see my Twitter handle is right there. Don't hesitate to give me to just hit me up. Let me know if you have any problems setting that up. I don't think you will, but you just never know. And I'm always available. When I put out a video, if you ask a question in my comments, you will always get a reply from me. Always. You know, I'm not I'm not big enough to have to worry about it consuming too much of my time. So please do not hesitate to leave me a comment if you have a question or something that I do in a tutorial on YouTube doesn't work the way that you think it should or the way that I explained it. Don't hesitate. It wouldn't be the first time I made a mistake in a video and some wrong information got slightly out of place. I'm trying to screen record in Florida Studio program from my computer and it won't record the whole screen. Do you know how I fix that? What's FL Studio? I don't know what FL Studio is, so I can't help you there. Zoom Pro. Oh my gosh. I just recently did a video for Zoom. And I'm telling you right now, I can totally understand why people use Zoom. The video quality for Zoom is unfreaking believable. It's just absolutely amazing. So I totally understand why people use it. Fruity Loops audio. Okay. So you're trying to do, let's see, I'm trying to screen record in FL Studio program on my computer and it won't record.
Whoa, that's
oh my
awesome.
Goodness.
Thank you.
Michael T. Thank you, dude. Thank you. It won't record the whole screen. Do you know how to fix it? Okay, so what can you explain to me, please, Timeless Music, what it's doing? The reason why I ask is in order to figure out exactly what it's doing will help me figure out why it's not recording everything. In other words, if you're trying to use OBS Studios to record a screen, obviously the best way to do that is what I'm doing here. This is just, I have one screen over here, one screen over here, and this is the screen that you guys are seeing. I don't do anything else on this screen. So if I wanted to record, I would go over on this machine where I'm actually running Streamlabs OBS and I would hit record. And then it would record everything that you're seeing over here. If you are setting it up in such a way as to do a game capture or a browser capture or possibly a window capture, there are times when you're doing a window capture where certain pieces of it won't record. I don't know exactly why that is. Beer for yourself, Michael, for Mother's Day. Oh my goodness, Michael T. You're amazing. It's leaving a small portion out. Now, is that because you don't have it fit properly to the screen, I wonder? So let's say I went and I put this image on the screen. Let me try to give you an example, if I can, so we can maybe work through what's going on. If I put an image here on the screen, and we'll put this Witcher wallpaper up here. Okay, so you can see, or you could see, I don't know why that didn't display. If I put this Witcher wallpaper on the screen, you can see it's not displaying the entire Witcher wallpaper. So if I was going to record this, I wouldn't get it because this part of it is cut off. I have to move it around and resize it in order to get everything in there. And even so, because I have my canvas set at 1920 by 1080, I won't be able to get it good, unfortunately. What I could do is I could go up to transform, and I could fit it to the screen, and that does that. It'll put it right in the center. I can also, if I don't care about how it really looks, I can right click it and do stretch to screen, and then it'll stretch it so it does fit in my box. But I'm wondering if the reason why something isn't recording is because it's stretching, or that the system that you're using to record it on isn't giving you the full box. In other words, if you're recording on an extended monitor, but you don't have your canvas set up to get that extended monitor, maybe that's what's going on. And you probably can't even see that. Yeah, my arms are hanging off the screen. But that might be what's going on. I have custom motion overlay that moves, but it doesn't move fluidly, and I'm not sure why. DJ Kenny Mac Live. So you have a custom motion overlay that moves. Okay, so let's say, let's remove this because it's probably copywritten anyway. Let's say I'm gonna go here, and so I have a custom motion overlay right here. We're gonna go to the weight screen. Okay, so this, if I go into my overlay here, you want to try to, and some systems don't have this. I apologize for those of you who are on a Mac, but you can use hardware decoding, which can speed it up. You can definitely change the speed, things like that. So if I wanted it to go mega fast or whatever. But chances are, if it's not moving fluidly, then it's possible that it was recorded at a frame rate, that is not compatible with how you're streaming. So in other words, let's say that this was recorded at some weird goofy frame rate like 15 frames per second or something like that. Well, I'm streaming at 30 frames per second, so it's gonna be choppy. And so how the custom overlay was actually set up is the reason why it might be being choppy. It could also be a product of your laptop's or your computer's ability to actually produce quality imaging. So if you look here, I've got 321 drop. I hate Streamlabs. I really do, because it doesn't give me enough information to really know what's actually going on. But if you can see here, I'm running at 10 CPU, between around 10 max, which is pretty much nothing. There's nothing that should ever lag or stutter on this. I should not even be dropping these frames. It kind of aggravates me, to be honest with you. But if I was running this on my Mac, this 8.4 would be somewhere around 55.4 or more, and so everything would be choppy.
That was incredible.
Hey, Zener, thank you. So usually stuttering and that sort of stuff is either an incompatibility with the frame rate of the overlay that you're trying to load up, or it's possible that it's just that your machine's CPU is just clocking out, and so it looks laggy because you're dropping lagged frames, which of course Streamlabs doesn't tell me if I'm dropping lagged frames. It you know, there are two types of dropped. There are two types of drops you get, and Streamlabs doesn't give me information on both, whereas OBS does. So you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let me give you the skivvy on this. If I go up here to view and I go to docs, and we want to see my stats. Now this isn't going to give us good stats because I'm not physically connected to the internet with this. But this tells you right here you missed so many frames due to render lag, and these are skipped frames due to encoding lag. So these right here are products of your machine's inability to do what you're asking it to do. Whereas this right here dropped frames on the network, and I can show you my real-time stats right here if I can find them again. This right here is this drop frames right here. This is a product of the speed of your internet. So if you're getting lagged or missed frames right here in the render, it's because your equipment is trying to do something it's not powerful enough to do. If you're getting dropped frames of data on the network, it's because your internet connection isn't fast enough. So hopefully you can analyze which one of those two is the issue. And if the issue is with this right up here, your frames are render lagging and that sort of stuff, there are two ways that you can fix some of the problem. Make sure that any overlays you're bringing into your system
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kenny, DJ Kenny. Thank you. Make sure that the overlay you're bringing into OBS is the same native resolution as your canvas. And make sure, like this right here, everything in this right here is all in 1920 by 1080. It's not being rescaled up. It's not 720. It's not being rescaled down. It's not in 4K. It's exactly the same resolution as here. Everything that I do on this scene right here, this is the main scene. Everything I do right here, including this, is rendered as part of the main outline. So the widgets aren't, like the chat and that sort of stuff, those aren't part of that. But the video stuff and all the motion stuff are all rendered in one file. I use After Effects. They're all rendered there to be 1920 by 1080, so my computer does not have to work to resize anything. It's all going to be exactly the same size as what I'm sending out. So hopefully that helps you. I hope. Oh boy, I did it again. Viewception. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to go back to my tutorial one here. No, that's the one. That's the one. Let's see, what did I miss? Excuse me. Never mind, I just come to learn how to OBS. Sorry to upset Tech Dude. And watch the replay. What happened?
It's okay, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. All right. I won't worry about it. 27 people here and only 12 thumbs up. Woohoo! Hey, 27 people here is freaking awesome, man. I love that. I love that.
There's a question here from Dakota and Family. Do you know the minimum CPU specs for OBS?
Dakota and Family. Okay, so that is going to be amazingly dependent upon what type of machine you are using. Let's see. What I mean by that is, are you, well, all right, let's break it down. Are you using a PC or a Mac? Let's start there. Are you using a PC or are you using a Mac? Because honestly, that has a lot to do with it. How to add a video and song to live OBS. Man, how do you pronounce that, pumpkin?
Athrati?
Athrati? Awesome. I will actually absolutely answer that question in a second. I want to see if I get a response from Dakota and Family, see if they can let me know. And by the way, Dakota and Family, it's been some time. I don't even see that question. That must have been a long time ago.
Right before Michael's donation.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's why I didn't see it. By the way, Michael, thank you. There you are. Do you know the minimum CPU specs? Yeah, so Dakota and family, let me know. Are you using a Windows machine or a Mac machine? So, what is it? A Throtty. Okay, a Throtty. We're going to go with that. If it's wrong, blame the sandwich maker, okay? Anyway, let's see. So, what was a Throtty's question now? I'm too busy being a smartass.
How to add intro video and songs to live in OBS.
All right. So let's say that this was going to be my intro video. Let's do this. I'm going to do media source, and we'll add a media source. What you got, babe? What are you giggling about? Let's say this will be my intro. If there's any kids in the house, close your eyes. Okay? This right here is going to be my intro video. And then what I want to do is I want to create my main scene. And we're going to click on OK. And then, so what was, I want to make sure I answer the full question properly.
How to add intro video and song to live in OBS.
Okay. So if you wanted to use different music with this, you just kill that and go in here. And I'm going to add another media source, because I don't like the music that's with that. I want my own music. So you're going to call that music, by the way, so that you know what the heck it is. And then I can add, let's see, I could add, I know there's some music in here. I just know, oh, here it is, combat music. We want some combat music. We want to loop that. So we would use this as an intro. And then we've got our combat music going on here. And then when we want to go to the next scene, all we have to do is click on main. And boom, we've got our intro, and now we've gone into our main scene. So that's how you would use, that's how you add music or video or anything like that to an intro, and then transition into your scene. And you can go here and you can set your transitions so that they look different. So let's say I wanted to go from here to here, and you can't see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a camera here. I added a camera in here just for the simple fun of being able to do this. So we may as well do it. And I'm going to make this one, there we go. We'll go 1920 by 1080. Now you can see a lot more of the room than you're supposed to. So I'm going to resize this, or I'm going to try to resize this badly. All right, come on now. All right, it's not cooperating. Why is this not cooperating? Yeah, I know. Anyway, so if I, come on, we can do this. I know we can do this. All right, that appears to be as good as it's going to get. This is my webcam, by the way, just in case you didn't know. So this is not, I can't use that camera on this OBS and this OBS. So that's what's going on here. So now when I transition from my intro scene to my main scene, we get this really nice fade. Isn't that nice? Oh, that's so nice. Look at how nice that is. Hey, what if I wanted to do a different transition? What if I wanted to do some door slamming? That would be fun, right? All right, so I have to go here. And I'm going to just pick the file that I already created, if I can remember where it is, because I don't, oh, there it is, right there. Look at that. Now we want to do, let's say, I want to do, I don't want to do time, I want to do frames. We want 17 frames, I think is what it takes. 17 frames. So now we got our intro going on here, some Witcher play, and then boom. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Really easy stuff. I hope that answers your question. If not, don't, if not, right here. Right here is my Twitter and my Facebook handle. Don't hesitate to ask the question on Twitter or Facebook. If I didn't answer it in the right way, I will definitely get back to you. I answer everyone. Any other questions, Pumpkin? Am I missing some chat?
No.
No questions. Man, there's got to be something there. I thought Jelly asked a question and I just missed it. I'm cleaning up my scenes here. I will be with you. There we go. There we go. Let's go back to the tutorial scene. Okay. Okay, so where are we at here? DJ Kenny, I do stream at 720. I think the overlay is 1920. That's what it is. It's downscaling your overlay, and that can cause some problems. Downscaling is particularly hard on a CPU, and if you're using a Mac, it's choking it. That might be what's going on. That might be what's going on. We didn't drop, did we? We're still up, right? We're still up.
A little behind, so.
Yeah, we're still up. It says we're still up. That's the rumor. All right, awesome. You can record on your instrument while using a metronome on GarageBand. Oh, okay. That's what that was. So, oh boy. So anyway, anyone have any awesome Tech Examine is now retracting things. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad you got the answer. You know what? Sometimes you just have to, especially when you're using free software. Actually, this is something I want everyone to know. The Artist Haven, hello, hello. This is something that I want everyone to understand. OBS is not, it's not the ultimate live streaming tool. It's free. If you want something that's easy, OBS is not easy to learn. It's not easy to get a grasp on. It's specifically made to do so many different things well or okay. But if you really want something to do something specific, you're probably not looking at free software. You're going to be looking at something that you have to pay to do. If you want to do guests on your live stream in a way where it works every time and you never have a problem and you can, always count on it, you should be paying for Streamyard. You probably shouldn't be doing it in OBS Studio. So OBS Studio is the kind of software that gives you so many options, and if you're creative enough to kind of figure out how they all fit together, you can do absolutely amazing things with it. But you do have to deal with the fact that sometimes it's not going to work the way you expect it to work and stuff like that. And that's just the nature of free programs. So just keep that in mind when you're working with it. Always in the back of your mind, you got to be thinking, yeah, but it's free. Because that's the truth of it. If you wanted something that just worked, you'd pay for it. That's kind of how it is. Waiting to interview a guest. Oh, you're wanting to interview a guest? Double kicks? That's easy stuff. Hey, the J-Man in the house. What's the best program to edit transitions? Okay, J-Man, when I edit transitions, like the door transition, Sorry. I clicked on something. Sorry. So what I clicked on the wrong scene. So I'm trying to show you how to do the transition like this one, and I want to explain how this is done. So I did each of these aspects to the door, the inside gray door and the outside blue door. I created all of those different elements in Photoshop, or you can create them in you could create those elements in Pixlr or anything like that. Let me actually see if I can get that to work in let's see. I want to use a stinger.
That was incredible.
No, I just missed something. Duration, we want this to be in frames. So we want it to be 17, and we want to go to the door. When you create them, I create them statically in a program like Pixlr or Photoshop. Make sure you use a transition, and then what you could do is, I guess that's the one I want. I want that one done. And so when I go from the tutorial screen to the main screen, you can see now I've added that transition in here. So the gray parts have been added separately than the blue door. And then what I do is I take that into my editing software, be it Premiere Pro or After Effects or DaVinci Resolve or whatever, and I create that animation that closes the door and opens the door. And you can use any editing software for that. You're just basically importing a bunch of images that work together. You animate them in Photoshop, or you animate them in your editing software, and then you export that with, you have to export those with the transparency, so that you can see through where the areas that you're supposed to see through. And that's it. I actually did a tutorial.
Oh my goodness,
on
thank
how
you
to
so
create
much.
Wow, that's awesome. I did a tutorial on how to create these overlays. If somebody wants to pop to my channel, I can actually get it for you here. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get to it. Or maybe someone else can. I did a... Oh, what is it? I did it's hard to do this and talk at the same time. I did a tutorial on how to set this up. If I can find it, I will put it in the chat so you can go and check it out. But I show you exactly how I did
Woo,
it. Now,
that was incredible.
I use After Effects to I used After Effects in order to do the animation, but you do not have to use After Effects. You can use Premiere or anything like that. Let's see. Where did I put that video? Where did I put the epic transition video? It's an older one too. It doesn't. A lot of people don't know about it. Custom widgets. Let's see. It must be an older one because I'm having trouble finding it. Oh, I know which one it is.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
What am I missing here? Folks are subscribing like it's going out of style. Thank you guys. Thank you. Let's see. Where's my trick shots? Transitions. Here it is. There we go. And here we go. Let's see. That should paste. There's the link to the video that's going to show you exactly how I did the a bunch of different transitions. I don't actually think I showed how to do the door transition in there, but I showed how to do a lot of other stuff. So there you go. Let's see here. Now I have to get. Now I'm all forhoodled.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get any other questions?
Can you use DJ Kenny Mac? Can you use OBS with Streamyard to bring in a guest?
Can you use OBS with Streamyard to bring in a guest? Kenny, let me show you. Okay, so let's say we're working right here. And let's say, let's open up a browser. A browser. We're gonna bring this browser. Not now. We're gonna bring in this browser right here, and we're gonna go to. Just don't tell StreamYard I'm showing you how to do this. It was not me. Okay? It wasn't me. Poopy. Anyway, so let's say that I were to log into StreamYard and I had some guests, right? All right, I'll bite. Just don't, you know what? I didn't show you how to do this, okay? Then we're going to get our login code. And hold on. Now I have to, now see what you made me do. But I'm going to show you how to do this because I think this is a cool thing. So just give me a moment.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
I have to get my code. My friends at Streamyard sent me a code so I can show you how to do something they probably would rather you didn't do. Oh, let's see. We're going to copy that and we're going to put that code in there. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to enter this broadcast. And hopefully this doesn't tank my regular stream. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. No mic or cam access. Okay, we can get it. US, we want to use that one. Microphone, let's see if we can use that one. It doesn't matter. It's not going to go across the stream. So there we go. The mic is working, which is interesting. And then there we go. So let's say we wanted to add me into the stream. I just add me, and maybe somebody wants to join me here. Who asked the question?
DJ Kenny.
DJ Kenny. DJ Kenny. Let's see. DJ Kenny. Let's see how ready DJ Kenny is to do things that StreamYard doesn't want him to do. DJ Kenny, I want you to click right here, brother. There we go. Come on, DJ Kenny, hook it up. Let's get to it. Don't get leaked. I'm trying not to leak, brother. All right, I'm waiting for DJ Kenny or another interested party to join into my StreamYards so I can show you how to do something. So while we're waiting for DJ Kenny, I'm gonna come over here and we'll wait. We're waiting for anybody. It doesn't have to be DJ Kenny, okay? Anybody who wants to get in on this tutorial, go ahead and put your stuff there. And by the way, we're not going to be able to hear you, okay? Because I'm not putting that audio on the stream. But we're going to put your video on there, so go ahead and get in there. Come on, get in there, buddy. All right, what are some of your favorite plugins? Well, I use the NDI plugin to add guests. I really love it. I really do. Nobody's going to get in there. Nobody's going to get into that StreamYard thing. Come on now. Somebody get on there. There we go. There we go. We're going to add Michael T to the stream. Woohoo. All right, here we go. Now we're going to go back to the tutorial. So you could see we've added Michael T here. Now we're going to go into our thing and we're going to add a window capture. All right, and the window we want to capture here is going to be our Firefox. Boom. Look at that. So now we're in OBS. All I have to do if I want to add a guest is I can click this Alt key and I can do this and this and this and this. And then now I've got me a Michael T in there. And then what I could do is I could go up here. Look at you. I can go up here and I can add a window capture. This is going to be my second one. And we're going to add StreamYard. And then I'm going to click OK. And what I'll do is I'll alt this one here like this. And we'll alt this one over here like this. And like this. And like this. And there we go. Now I have a guest from StreamYard on my stream. I know. See how easy that was? And I didn't even make an overlay or anything. Now you could see that there's no audio there, so we can't get any audio from this. But if we wanted to, we could go in here and we could go to audio input capture, and we can let's see. We can probably. I'm not going to have all the options there right now. You know why I'm not going to have all the options there right now? Because I'm already live with all the other options being routed to my other thing. They're already being routed to this one. So you'll be able to easily add audio for this if you wanted to. So there you go. There you go. Thank you, Michael T. I appreciate it, brother. And don't ever tell the Streamyards that I did that. I don't know what if anyone calls and asks me, I don't know what you're talking about. But you can do this with any video capture application. You could do it with any video conferencing application. It is really, really easy to do. So let's see. I'm going to remove that. Yes. And I want to go here. And I'm going to exit. There you go. Looking good, Michael. All right. So does that answer your question, my friend? Your screen now. What app is that, sir? Well, this right here is OBS. The other app that I was just bringing on a guest through, that particular app, I'm sorry, was Streamyard. And if you're interested in knowing the difference between how Streamyard and OBS work, hold on, give me a moment. I will post a video in here so that you can get the down low of exactly how Streamyard works. If just bringing a guest into your stream is the thing that you want to do, then it's probably the application it's probably the application for you. So let me put that in there, and you can go and see for yourself. See for yourself. The dude, hello, Weston Calhoun. Hey man, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Papa Thrix TV, is that what that was? Papa Thrix, it is nice to see you. Junk Saru, hello, hello. What are some of your favorite plugins? So I was getting into that a little bit earlier. Let's get back into here. Some of my favorite plugins, I use the NDI plugin so I can add guests through Skype. I use the NDI plugin all the time. What other plugins do I really have in here? If I look into tools, man. I have the DeckLink plugin, which is this. Actually, let me show you. This is awesome. So I can switch scenes on my phone. This is my phone, and I can just, if let's say I wanted to go into my tutorial scene, I just click the button right there, and I can go back into my main scene by clicking the button right there. So that is a freaking awesome app, plugin kind of thing. That's what the WebSocket is on the screen. There is going to be another plugin that I'm going to be messing with in a couple of weeks that is going to just blow your mind. It's basically a way that you can automate your scene transitions, so that if you want a scene to be up for a certain period of time and then switch over to another one, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait. That screen is so nice. What app is that, sir? Which app, my friend? I'm not sure what you're asking now. I'm not sure what you're asking. But if you're asking about the screen that I used to bring in Michael T. Panetta, I posted a link for you right up there with exactly how to do it. What app is that? So awesome. Your screen now. You mean, let's see.
This is the one that keeps opening and closing.
This one right here? Is that the screen you're talking about? Because if this is the screen you're talking about, then this is just an overlay that I created myself. And if you're interested in learning how to create an overlay, I posted a link to a video earlier of the actual way to create that screen. The screen with the names. Yeah, that's an overlay. So, all right, let me show you. This right here, these are part of a widget. So they're just something I added. All of this right here, these are widgets too. Now I'm screwing it up. Hold on. There we go. This right here, I think what you're talking about is this. Right here. This piece right here is all an overlay that I created. And I show you how to create that overlay in a video I just recently did. Let me give you a link to that video as well if you want to create your own overlay. Let's see here. Did I talk about? I might have even kind of went into how to create that particular overlay. I don't remember. But here it is, live stream overlays, free and easy. Let's see. If you are interested in how to do a lot of the things that I show you here on my live streams, usually I did a video. And there you go. There is the link to the video that actually shows you how to create this exact box. Now, I know my tastes in particular are a little bit unique. If you watch a lot of live streamers out there, you're going to find that they all like this dark theme with dark everything and all that kind of stuff. That's not my gig. I like bright colors. I like that sort of stuff. So you're never going to see me doing well, I'll never say never, because some people eventually grow into that, but I like the rounded boxes and the weird colors and the gradients. And so that's just me. I'm a little weird. What's that?
You have a question.
I have a question. What's the question?
This is from Tomodachi channel, and he says, I have a problem audio. How live with OBS with Instagram? Does that make sense?
It does. It does. In fact, it gives me the opportunity to talk about something that that I worked on recently. Actually, you see this ad right here, which should be rotating, but apparently my overlay is locked. That ad right there for Ty the Trainer, I recently consulted with his channel, and his main goal was that he wanted to go live on Instagram and a bunch of other platforms, but Instagram was one of his main ones that he wanted to go live on. And let's see if I can jumpstart it. Let's see. Nope, it's just unhappy. So what I did was there's some software out there that allows you to go live on Instagram, but I would highly not recommend it because it hacks into your Instagram account and it sends it out. But if you were to decide to go live, let me show you something here. Once you find that software, I think it's called like Yellow Duck or something like that. You have to go into your settings and you have to use OBS for this. And in your output, or not your output, in your video, you're going to have to change your thing here from 1920 by 1080 to 1080 by 1920. So you're going to have to be using the other. There are so many problems with streaming directly to Instagram that I just don't recommend it. I recommend that if you want to do some streaming on Instagram, you use the app because it's the way you're going to get the best results on Instagram, or you set up a channel on YouTube that you want to do your live streaming from. You take bits and pieces and clips from that live stream, which is what we decided to do on Ty's channel. You take bits and pieces of that and you crop it into Instagram's format and you put it out there as a promo to bring people to your website, which is what Ty wanted to do, or to your YouTube channel. Because Instagram is nice, but it's portrait, and it's the only thing that's portrait, and it just causes so many problems with live streaming that you can do it, but you can't use that stream for anything else because nobody else does portrait. So I hope that answers your question. If you really want to do live to Instagram, there is an app or two out there that will do it for you, but I don't know that it's worth it. And it's easily one of those situations where it could get hacked. And you don't want that either. You definitely don't want that. So there you go. Did I miss another question? I've recently been messing with Move Transition plugin. Oh, messing with Move Transition plugin, which I've been enjoying a lot. Well, I'll have to check that out, Drunk Saru. I don't know anything about that one. I don't know anything about that one. Very informative. Thank you so much. Oh, double kicks. It's no problem. It's what I love to do. Anyone else have any questions as it pertains to live streaming? If not, I'm going to get back into what I was talking about before. I talked about how you can change your profile. I have 2 profiles, one for my main channel and one for my Worst Gamer on Earth channel. And both of those change the settings. With my Worst Gamer on Earth, I restream to Restream. I use Restream IO so that I can go to Mixer and Twitch and Facebook and Instagram, or not Instagram, sorry, YouTube and Periscope. I don't do that on my main channel, so if I switch over to my profile on my main channel, you can just see here, if I go into settings, it's just YouTube. That's all I go to. When I'm talking to you guys here on this channel, I'm just talking to you guys, not everybody else. And you never used to be able to do that. You never used to be able to do that, but one thing they did add recently is this scene collection. And this is a beautiful thing. So this right here is my tutorial scene collection. It's the one that I can kind of set things up for you guys live and do stuff with. But you can see that I also have my main one, which is, wow. You can see that I also have my main one here so that it shows what exactly is going on. This one is the same overlay that I'm using to live stream, which is totally cool. And then I also have my Worst Gamer on Earth one right here. Wait, no, that's not it. I got to go to scene collection. And this is the one that I use for my gaming channel. So we've got this, and we've got my Be Right Back scene, and we've got my wait scene right here. And we've got my main scene. Now we're getting a little bit of scene inception going on there. And my intro scene. So your scene collection allows you to save settings for multiple channels. Oh my goodness. I can't tell you how long I was waiting for them to do that. The beautiful thing is, if I wanted to change my setup, from this scene right here that I use, if I didn't want to use this scene every time I streamed, I could go into my scene collection and I could change it up. I could use different scenes for each stream. I can use different streams for each channel. And because there's a profile also, I can change the actual settings. So let's say I wanted to try something out on my stream by setting my by changing my settings a little bit.
Woo, well, that was incredible.
Thank you, Jonathan. I don't have to do that specifically on my saved profile. I can create a new profile, change the settings to test some things, and if it works, then I can use that profile. So that's really, really super cool. Really, really super cool. Anyone else have any questions? Where are we at here? I don't know if my viewer count is correct or not. It keeps fluctuating when I bring up my other screen, which I always find to be disconcerting. Disconcerting. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to type them in the chat. I will answer them as best I possibly can. And maybe I'll even switch over the screen and try to do it right. Let's see. If you have any questions, there you go. There you go. And I think Michael T might have been trying to give me some information on my cell phone here that I totally missed. Totally missed. There we go. They're all questions. Did I get them all?
Yeah, I think so.
I have a problem with audio now live with OBS with Instagram. Tamadachi, what's your you said you had an audio problem. I'm interested in what exactly that would be, because I can answer audio problems for sure. I'm stuck in Zoom integrations. What well, thank you, Boris. I appreciate that. Or Boris. Yeah, I pronounced that wrong. I apologize. What sort of problems are you having with the Zoom integration? Are you having difficulty with the audio in Mac? Because that's usually the hardest part. When you say done, it didn't help. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Oh my goodness, huh? Now you don't know what they're talking about either? I don't want to know.
It's okay.
It's okay?
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Sue's the savage beast. Boris. Thank you, Boris. What sort of Zoom integration problems are you having problems with? Yeah, sorry. Monica thought that was funny. You know what? Great info. Love what you are doing now, Mike. Well, thank you, the dude. I appreciate it, man. I'm assuming the dude is Recycle Dude. And it's awesome to see you, man. It's really great to see you. Ah, yummy. Every once in a while, you talk too much and you get all phlegmy. You know what I'm saying? Viewers are dropping like flies. Well, if you don't have any questions, that's okay. Because I streamed for long enough tonight. I wanted to go about an hour. I'm always willing to go longer if there's lots of questions. But if we have exhausted the amount of questions that we have here, that is cool as well. This is the dude, the Recycle Dude. Awesome. Then I guess I'm going to sign off. I really appreciate all of you guys for coming and hanging out with me. Thank you so much to Pauline Newman and Michael T. Panetta for donating to the stream. Yeah, too much information. Yeah, that's always my MO, Mike Gregory. I wanted to take a minute and have folks take a look at the quality channels I have listed right over there. And the reason why is because a lot of these guys have helped me along the way, along my YouTube journey in so many different ways. I did, in fact, include their links in the description today for anyone who wants to check them out. I just want you to know, if you go to the channel and you like it, great. If you go to the channel and you don't like it, great. Don't feel obligated to subscribe. In fact, if you don't like the content, please do not subscribe, because honestly, you're really only hurting the channel if you're subscribing to content you're not going to watch. So any one of these channels over here create exceptional content, but you only need apply if it's something that interests you. In fact, I wanted to get into a little bit. We released a video this week on Organic Gardening in North Carolina's channel. He's in the rotation over there. It's about, we live in weird times right now. Maybe you want to learn how to garden, or maybe you live in an apartment and you want to figure out how to set up space so that you can actually do a little bit of vegetable gardening. That's the channel right there. If you're interested in learning anything like that, he's releasing a series of videos. 3 of them came out this week on how to create a square foot garden, and that's a square foot. And it's really easy. It's something you can do with almost no space. You could even do it on a concrete patio or something like that if you wanted to, if you lived in an apartment or whatever. It's really good stuff. So if it's something that interests you, I highly recommend that you check it out. You know, it's going to be like the last 3 or 4 videos that he released, and the square foot gardening is in the title of each of them. So if gardening is something you think you might want to get into, even if it's just to grow your own oregano or something like that, I highly recommend you check it out. Even if you are living in a small apartment or something like that. Let's see, 4 a.m. Oh my goodness, Jelly, we love you, brother.
Papa has a question.
Papa Tricks?
Yeah.
Papa Tricks. Last question, sir. Is it okay to use a cell phone and a PC at the same time when live streaming? Is there internet capacity needed? Usually, this is dependent upon your particular bandwidth. So I have like 25 megabits up. So I should be able to stream, game, watch internet porn, whatever I want to do, all at the same time on my computer while I'm live streaming. I should be able to do all of that. Some other people may not be so lucky, and they may have to limit the things that are available on their Wi-Fi network while they are live streaming. This is all going to be a product of what you use. if your live streaming up is only about 5 megabits per second or so, and you can do this by just going onto the internet and doing a speed test on your upload speed. If it's only about 5 megabits per second, and you should generally use about half of that to live stream at the bare minimum, about 2,500 megabits per second, then you know what? I would probably, if you're going to use your cell phone, I would put it on cellular service instead of on Wi-Fi. So it's something to think about, but you know, it really depends on your personal connection. It really does. Bye, Jelly. Love you, my friend. When is your next live stream? Well, Drunk Sorrow, I'm planning to start to stream on Saturdays regularly. I put a poll on my community tab if you'd like to take part in the poll to answer questions as to what are the best times for me to live stream. Please don't hesitate to check out my community tab and answer that poll. I'm probably going to put out a new poll this week that asks what day is best for me to live stream. I don't mind live streaming on a Saturday evening. I actually kind of enjoy it. It's something for Monica and I to do, but nobody else really has much to do right now anyways. During the regular time of year when things start to get back to normal, maybe Saturday nights aren't the best time for me to be live streaming, in which case we might pick another night. But for now, Saturday nights at 8 o'clock will be when I live stream. And if that's going to change, you'll find out about it on one of those Saturday nights at 8 o'clock live streams, right?
Right.
Because you know what? There is actually an exceptional movie next Saturday night on the Hallmark Channel that I'm going to miss while I'm live streaming. I make these kind of sacrifices for you guys, but I'm willing to miss it because I like to come on here and answer your questions, and I'll just record it on my DVR. But I just wanted you to know that whatever's convenient for you is much more important, you know? I got another question. What's my question? How did you make the animated overlay? Sorry if you already answered this. Eric Wright. Eric, I did already answer this as a matter of fact, but it's not a problem. I will answer questions all night long if you'd like. Let's see, live stream overlays. I'm going to get this shareable link, and then I'm going to smack it right in here. Oh, thank you, Michael T. I appreciate that. That's a link to my community tab if you would like to vote. And that link that I just posted in the chat right there is how I create animated overlays just like this one. So if you'd like to check it out, and by the way, Eric, if you have a problem with any of the procedures or anything like that, don't hesitate to leave a comment in the video, and I answer every one. So I'll answer questions if I miss something, if I'm unclear on something. Every time that you guys ask a question that I get to answer later on, it steers my new content in a better direction so that I pay more attention to detail. So I really do appreciate the comments that you guys leave. They make a whole busload of difference. They really do. Can I stream using OBS on my cell phone to YouTube? Oh, Werewolf, you're the best, brother. Hold on, let me find that video for you. You can live stream with your cell phone. You can live stream with your cell phone and OBS. I'm going to put this link right here in the chat, and I want you to go ahead and when you have time, feel free to check it out. Feel free to check it out, my friend. Oh yeah, I love doing this. I'm not gonna lie, I really do. This is interesting. Let's see. Okay, what is interesting? I probably shouldn't be watching this right now. Oh, it's so funny that you sent me that. It's so funny that you sent me that, brother. Is that a photo switching? Is what I'm not sure what that question means.
He said, how'd you make the animated overlay? Is that a photo switching?
No, it's definitely not a photo. It's definitely not a photo. I created some stuff in After Effects, and I animated it, and then I recorded it and dropped it down and did all that fun stuff. There are different ways to do it, though. You don't have to use After Effects. You can create overlays that are much more kind of static than this in Photoshop or Pixlr. And I think that's how I show you how to do it in the video. And then you can animate them using tricks in After Effects, or you can just physically animate them like I animated my stinger. You can physically animate those in Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve or anything like that. So there are a lot of different ways to do it. I show you one. If you have a question, please do not hesitate to ask. Is that a photo switching? I see that's, I think, if you're talking about this animation up here in the right-hand corner, that I basically created the full overlay. And then to do the little advertisement up here in the top right-hand corner, I went into Premiere. I added a bunch of still thumbnails that guys created for me. And I did a little fade transition in between each one, and I exported it. And then I actually imported it, or not imported it, but I put it on top of this entire overlay, and then I exported that. Because the last thing I really want to do is have my computer trying to render this overlay, and then render this video, and then render this, you know what I mean? I want them all to be rendering from the same spot. So right now, really all my computer is rendering is this overlay. And the right now, let's see, I'm going to go in here, and right now, no, that's not what I want to do. Not what I want to do. Right now, all my computer is rendering is this overlay right here, and not that. Why do I do that? Why, honey? Tell me. It's, and I can actually turn it off. You can see what it is. Look at that. That's not it. Right here. So that right there is all created in one piece. So it makes it really, really easy for my computer to render. I hope that answers your question, and hopefully you guys know how to do it. The card doodling show. Card doodling. I like that. That's fun. I like that. That's fun. Card doodling. So the transition. I could say that all day. Card doodling. All right. So that transition. There's 4 pieces to it. The 2 blue sections and the 2 white section doors. Each one of those sections was created as a separate image. You can use Pixlr, which is free. You can use Photoshop, whatever, something like that. Then I bring all 4 of those pieces into, obviously you have to save them out with the transparencies, okay? Because you only want the colored spots to be not see-through. Everything else has to be see-through. So I created the 4 door pieces, and then I brought them into Premiere Pro or After Effects or whatever, DaVinci Resolve, whatever you want to use, and I just animated them to come together and go apart. And then I exported that into a file, a movie file, with the transparencies. And that's it. That's how easy it was. I actually show you how to create transparencies in After Effects in a video that I linked further up in the chat. And you know, that begs the question, why is my chat not showing up here? That is kind of annoying. It makes it look like I have a whole big wacky thing that's not, that's like this whole empty space over here. See, this whole empty space right here is supposed to be chat, but it's not. Yeah, see that right there? That's supposed to be chat, but it isn't showing up. So let's see if we can figure out why that is. We can do this. Does anyone else have any questions, by the way? Because if you do, I'm here to answer those questions. Let's see. So we've done that. We're going to go in here. I never understand why these things are so finicky. You know? It doesn't make any sense. And that probably isn't set up the way that it should be. That's probably part of the problem. it's being finicky for no good reason. We can probably, I don't know. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. And you know, maybe it's because I don't know what I don't know. Anyway, if anyone has any further questions, please feel free to ask away. I would love to answer them and figure out why my chat's not working at the same time. I doubt if I can actually do that, but we can see what happens. Yeah, that should be working. That should be working. We're going to add it in a different way because it's really annoying me now, to be honest with you. Let's see, browser source. We're going to add, see, well, it's not even showing up there. It's not even showing up there. So that's fascinating. Because that's the way I think I added it originally. And let's see. We'll paste it in here. Maybe we won't. Maybe we won't. Copy. And let's see if that'll let us do that now. I don't know. It's not cooperating. It really isn't. There we go. And boom. And we'll put that over there. And let's see if we can get that. It's still not actually working. But you know what? It could be because folks are not actually chatting right now. But we'll see. Can you do an overlay using your phone? Werewolf Productions, there are plenty of applications that you can use that could do an overlay with your phone. There are some really good ones, actually. Let's see. Canva. You can do, there's Pixlr will work on your phone as well. So there are definitely some that you can do using your phone, and you can use, just make sure that you create a transparency. So when I created this overlay, the one that you see, let's see. And you know, it's funny, the chat's actually working over here, which is really aggravating. When I created this overlay right here, you can see everything is not see-through except for this box that's going to have my face in it. So when you do that, you want to just make sure that's transparency. Canva is a good app for making overlays. There you go. Eric's probably used it. I used to use it. I find it to be very, very, very difficult to use the phone to do any sort of that kind of thing. I don't know why. I don't know why it's that difficult, but it really is. Let's see. It just, yeah. I don't know. I use my computer because for whatever reason it's just so difficult for you to do the stuff on the phone. 550 by 530. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? We're going to remove this right here. Yeah, I want to remove that. And then we're going to try to add it again and see if it'll work. It probably is not gonna, but we'll try it because it doesn't seem to be. It's working over there on my other screen, but it's not working right here. All right, well, it looks like we're hitting 528, or excuse me, 928. Thank you guys. I really appreciate everyone who came and hung out with me tonight. I know there's not really much else to do, which might have pushed you in my direction. Either way, I hope I've been entertaining and able to answer all of your questions, because it's, man, I love to do that. I really do. I love to do this. It's a lot of fun. I truly, truly, truly enjoy hanging out, answering your questions. It's great. So, what you got, honey? Good night. Saying thank you very much for the first live stream for Sunday Worship Wednesday. Oh, Genevieve, that's awesome. Monday, my video is coming out, the one I was telling you about. So hopefully you can check it out, see what you think. That's awesome, Genevieve. Thank you so much. Genevieve. See? The sandwich maker corrected me. It's Genevieve. Thank you. That's awesome. Hey, don't go. I just came on. Well, Stanley, do you have a question about live streaming? I'd be happy to answer it. I don't want to leave anyone hanging in the dark. Friends listen to Endless Love in the Dark. Oh, I know. I'm the only one that gets that joke, but that's okay. That's okay. For simple overlay. Let's see. All right. Thanks. Oh, I'm so glad that helped. For simple overlay. I don't know what is that a question, Eric? Thanks, man. You're a great help. Awesome. Awesome. Alrighty. Well, I guess if Stanley Norman doesn't have any questions and no one else has any questions, I'm gonna go ahead and pop out of here. And I don't know. I'd love to drink a beer, but I don't have any, so this soda will have to do. But thank you guys so much. I want to thank Michael T. Panetta and Pauline Newman for the amazingly, amazingly, amazingly generous donations to the stream. You guys are awesome. I tried using my phone as a cam, but it lagged. Any fix? Stanley, make sure that your camera that you're using is on the same network as the computer that you're going to be streaming with. If they are on the same network and you're close to your network connector and your computer is connected directly in, not through Wi-Fi, you shouldn't really get too much lag. Now, if you're getting lag, obviously, between your camera and the stream, that's normal, okay? I'm sitting right here, and Monica is sitting right there, and she's watching. How far behind do you say, would you say I am?
30 seconds.
Monica's 30 seconds behind me. That's normal lag. If you're trying to watch your stream and watch your video that's going out, you're going to have problems. So do the stream, and if you just don't pay attention, you can't be listening in your headphone to the stream while you're talking because you're going to go nuts. It's going to be a big circle and it's 30-second delay. So just because the stream is delayed does not mean it's lagging. So there you go. Love your stuff, man. Thank you, Tuck. Ethiopia with Isaac. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Have you used this free program on your PC called GIMP? I have used GIMP on my PC and on my Mac, and I really like it. It's very powerful, but it's also a lot to learn. And since I have Photoshop, I didn't really take a lot of time to learn how to use GIMP. I have been using Pixlr a lot because it's just so doggone easy, and it has so many of the features that that you would want to have in Photoshop right there in a nice tight little package for free. So there's that. Any update on Zoom disabling a virtual cam? I don't know. I hadn't heard anything about that. What does that mean? You mean not being able to import it into your scenes? Because if that's the case, I was just able to do that this week without any problems. So I don't really know. Man, that's annoying. I'm using Streamlabs native app, and it's not putting my chat on the screen. It's friggin' ridiculous. It's friggin' ridiculous. I don't know why it's doing that either. All this box right here, if you look, if I go over to the one that my tutorial one right here, look at that. The chat is all right there, exactly where it's supposed to be. Exactly where it's supposed to be on OBS. This is coming right from Streamlabs. Then I switch over to Streamlabs, which I'm using, and guess what? There's nothing there. You see that right there, where the chat's supposed to be? There's nothing there. Why? Why? This is what you get with free software. I just want you to know that. Please, if you're using free software, remove your expectations and just expect that sometimes crap's not going to work. Any update on Zoom disabling virtual cam? You know, it's funny. I'm not exactly sure what that means. I didn't know. A Werewolf Production. There are a ton of good tutorials on YouTube for GIMP. I use it every day, and I've learned a lot about it, playing around with it. Yeah, the Artist Haven, GIMP is awesome. It's a really, really powerful free tool. So just because I don't happen to use it does not mean that I don't like it. I think it's friggin' awesome. It really is. I mean, using OBS as a cam source in Zoom for trainings. They disabled it but now they are saying they are disabling the workaround by the end of the month. I mean, using OBS as a cam source. I see what you're saying. So you open up a Zoom connection and then you use like a virtual cam to say that that's the camera that Zoom is supposed to be using. I'm not sure, if I'm being honest, why you would do that. Why not just share your desktop or whatever? You know what I mean? I don't understand. I don't understand the purpose of using a virtual cam to broadcast through Zoom. Zoom is it's basically just a video conferencing software. So I can connect my DSLR directly to Zoom. I can share my screen directly with Zoom. So I don't understand the virtual cam thing. I just, it's not something that I use. Yes, I did that this week. So there must be an aspect to the whole virtual cam and Zoom thing that I don't get, because apparently people are doing this, but I don't know why. Because Zoom doesn't broadcast directly to anyone except for people on conference calls. So for training with your graphics and overlays. Okay, but why wouldn't you just open up your presentation software and share that? You know what I mean? I don't understand. Like, you can share your screen with Zoom. So if you're using presentation software on your computer, you just share that software and you can see it on the screen. Why would you? Yeah. I don't know. I used OBS with Zoom this week. All right. I use Zoom with OBS. Like, I put Zoom guests in my screen and stuff. But I don't understand basically taking the OBS and putting it into Zoom in order to be able to do presentations. To me, that seems like you're adding a step that doesn't need to be there. If you just open up Zoom, you can share your screen, you can share applications and presentation applications and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not sure. But anyway, if it works for you, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. That's all that matters, is if it works for you. You can do the same thing in Skype. You can share out your screen and your presentation and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, we're up to 24 people again. Does anyone have any live streaming questions that they'd like to ask? For those who weren't in the stream earlier, what I did was I covered a little bit about how to use the profiles. So you can set two different settings profiles, and by settings I mean this right here. So this settings profile goes to my YouTube channel, and if I change to this profile here, it goes to my Restream.io account so that I can stream on multiple platforms. So that's the way you would set up a settings profile, and you can add new ones if you wanted to kind of play around and do you can basically do experimentation and see what works better and change it up that way. You can also change your scene collection. So I have my Worst Gamer on Earth scene collection in here. This is so awesome because I can have multiple scenes that I want to use to stream with. It's just epic. I love it. I love it because it used to be that you would just have to have all these right here. You know, I'd have to have my main channel on there, and then I'd have to have my Worst Gamer on Earth channel down below that, and I'd have to be sifting through like 500 scenes to get to everything that I wanted to. It was just a pain. So now you could just create new ones in the scene collection, and it just works. It's so awesome. So if you weren't aware of it, now you are. It's epic. It's epic. Alrighty. Well, I did some interesting things tonight. I showed you how to break Streamyard, which is always fun. If you guys have any questions for me, don't hesitate to message me on Twitter. It's listed right there at FEYRERM. Pixlr E or Pixlr X, which one is better to use for stuff to OBS? Werewolf Productions, I've used both Pixlr E and Pixlr X. The difference is that Pixlr E is Pixlr X is kind of more of a dumbed down version. It's just really, really simplified. It can do almost all the same stuff. In fact, the only thing I've noticed that Pixlr X can't do that Pixlr E does is like skew images and things like that. So it really does everything you could want, but Pixlr E moves that bar that much closer to working exactly like Photoshop. In fact, it's really close to working exactly like Photoshop. So if you're looking for much more professional tool, Pixlr E is probably what you want to use, especially if you're using your computer. If you're using your cell phone, you're going to be able to get everything done that you could possibly want to do with Pixlr X. It's pretty awesome. Can you recommend any cheap switchers that can switch seamlessly under $200? Switch what? What are we switching here? Are we talking about switching cameras? Or are we talking about, I'm not sure, switching audio? Yeah. Switching breakfasts? That could get expensive. Sometimes I get 2 sausage McMuffin with eggs, and Monica gets like pancakes and bacon, and it's going to cost me if I want to swap a sausage McMuffin with egg and get a pancake, because she's not having it, you know? She got what she wants. So sometimes getting a switcher for that can run you a pretty penny. Just saying. How does Streamlabs OBS look like OBS Studio?
How does your Streamlabs OBS?
Ah. Well, Streamlabs. This right here. Okay, so I get your question. So right now this right here is OBS Studio. I'm streaming from Streamlabs OBS so that I was able to do tutorial stuff for you in OBS Studio. So they don't look the same. They look very different. But I was able to give you this screen here. I had to stream in Streamlabs OBS in order to have the opportunity to be able to give this tutorial over here on OBS Studio. If I had my way, I'd be streaming using OBS Studio, but you know, maybe next week I'll stream with OBS Studio and we'll put Streamlabs over here and I can walk you through questions that you have about that. I would like that. Can we do that? Let's do that. I'll do that next week. Next week, your Streamlabs OBS questions will be answered. Switching cameras. Okay. It's funny. I saw a video today on switching cameras. I guess my question would be, why do you need an application or a hardware box to do it? Let me show you real quick. Let's say I wanted to do scene 1 and I wanted to use a camera in this scene. Let's see. We're going to call this video capture device. We're going to use my USB camera and blah blah. Let's see. We're going to customize it. We're going to add some resolution to it here. This right here be my webcam. You can see that my webcam has a different view than my other camera because you can see the video right there. That right there that I'm pointing to with the bottom guy in the main screen. This guy right, forget it. That screen up top is my DSLR. This screen right here in the big screen is my webcam, which is right there. But if I wasn't already broadcasting on OBS, on Streamlabs, I could go in here. Oh, no, not there. Let's not do that. I could add another scene, and then I could go in here, and I could go to video capture device, and I could add my cam link, which is what I'm using on my other one, so I can't actually add it because it might destroy the earth. But if in a normal circumstance, this right here would be my webcam, and this right here would be my other camera, and I don't have any extra hardware. They just both plug into USB and they work. So yeah, that's how you could do it. You could also do an extra camera. Let's really break the internet. Let's really break the internet here. Let's say I wanted to go totally nuts. And not now. Not now. In fact, we're going to bring this down here. And we're going to go here. Let's break the internet. We're going to go... because I want to show you how easy it is. You don't need like fancy hardware to switch between cameras. I know, honey. This is not terribly exciting. I know. Why can I not find my Skype here? What is going on? I'm having a breakdown. Oh, there it is. So let's say I wanted to go in here. This might work. This might not work. It's probably gonna work though. Start call. Blah blah blah. Join call. Blah blah blah. All right. There we go. I don't know how this. Hold on. Okay, so I got my head cut off. Sorry. There we go. All right, so you can see that we now have some annoying rotisserie of noise. Oh. There we go. All right, so now we've got me in Skype, and what we're going to do is we're going to go back into OBS, and we're going to go here, and we're going to go to NDI source, and we're going to add NDI source, and then we're going to go down to here, and we're going to go to here, and boom, and there we go. And then we're going to go to transform, and we're going to go to fit to screen. Fit to screen. I don't like that. So hold on. We can do this. We can do this. There we go. Yeah, we can't really do this. We're gonna figure it out. There we go. Look at it. We're so close. We're so close. That's close enough. It's close enough. So now what we have is full screen. There we go. So now what we've got is me in scene 2, me in this scene with my webcam right there, and this shouldn't be here. Let's hold on. There we go. Webcam right here, and other camera right here. This is my other camera, and then if I switch scenes, then this is my other camera. See, what we can do is I could take this one and we can go like this. Look at that. Oh, that's good stuff. Here we go. Look at that. There's my sandwich maker right there. The lovely Monica. 2 camera setup. It's that easy. I told you we could do it. I told you we could do it. Woohoo! All right. Let's get back to reality. So, does that answer your question, by the way? Because that was a long way to go about going about it. But hopefully that answers your question as to how you can add multiple cameras without any kind of hardware switcher. You just got to kind of be creative a little bit. Sometimes you got to do things that you're not really supposed to be able to do, but you know what? If we all followed the rules all the time, life would be pretty boring, wouldn't it? Life would be pretty boring. Right, honey?
Boring.
Boring. What do we got here? What's your hardware standard to live stream flawlessly? My 2012 Mac Air isn't cutting it. Did you custom make your rig? Could I just buy the latest Mac laptop and get good results? Oh, I'm going to tell you something that is going to make you upset, and I'm sorry. If you notice, what is it? 201 Broncos. Broncos. I love the Broncos, by the way. 201 Broncos. I have a 2015 Mac. In fact, you saw it in the sandwich maker image that I just showed you a moment ago. I love my Mac. I love it. And I've been streaming with my Mac for a long time. And right here, the thing that you just saw me do, I could never do on my Mac. It just couldn't happen. I don't even think that I could Skype into my own call to show a tutorial on my Mac if I had the latest Mac that was the most powerful Mac that you could own. I don't think I could actually do that. And you saw I just did that totally flawlessly without any problems. So 201 Broncos, my recommendation to you,
2010 Broncos.
2010 Broncos. Sorry. Oh, 20. Yeah, see, I'm a moron. 2010 Broncos. My advice to you is if you're going to get another machine, then go out and get yourself a lousy $400 PC with an NVIDIA card in it, and it will stream like a frickin' champ. Because the PC that I just did all of that on right now is a 2013 machine that I built way back in 2013. Now, granted, back in 2013 when I built it with really, really, really good hardware. But trust me, Macs are not suited to live streaming. There are a lot of things that Macs do really well. A lot of things. Live streaming isn't one of them, and Mac doesn't care about live streaming. Mac built tools to do live streaming that cause more problems than they solve. So I'd love to be able to tell you that buying the latest Mac will give you the ability to do the kind of things that I just did, but chances are buying the latest Mac will give you the ability to live stream adequately at best. And it sucks to have to say that, but it's true. Because I love my Mac. I love it. I use my Mac for everything. I edit with my Mac. I've been live streaming with my Mac. But everything that I've been able to do here tonight, I can only do because this week I finally said, you know what? That's enough. And I switched over to my PC. So I'm sorry 2010 Broncos. I know for sure, because I love my Mac, that that's not what you wanted to hear. But a $300 PC is going to be a lot better off for live streaming than a $3,000 Mac. It's just true, because it has tools that are designed specifically for live streaming that Mac doesn't seem to want to even think about doing. So as disappointing as it is what it is. Buy a less expensive Mac, and then just spend the extra money on a $500 PC, and you'll be very, very, very happy. Very happy. Let's see. That's a good option, but what if I have multiple cams and just one capture? Thanks a lot. I am grateful. Yeah, that's what I just did. When you say just one capture, do you mean one USB port? Because if you only have one USB port, then I would recommend something like this right here. This works freaking awesome. With this, I can add 2 cameras, 3 cameras, 4 cameras, any USB cameras I want, and I can add them into my stream. And as you saw right there, when I use my cell phone, I didn't even have to connect it to my PC. I just added it through Skype. Excuse me. So there are multiple ways to do this. Candid, I needed it. 2010 Broncos, believe me, I do not want to spend a single freaking penny on a PC. I just don't. I love my Mac, and I'd rather cram every extra dollar I have in my pocket to getting a better Mac. But I know now that if I bought the best Mac on the market right now, I couldn't do what I just did on this 2013 PC. That hurts bad, but there's a reason why people aren't gaming on Macs, and that's pretty much the same thing with live streaming. It sucks, but it's true. I meant one USB capture card. Stanley Morgan. I have a USB capture card. Stanley Norman. Sorry. I have one USB capture card. Then I have this right here. It's a USB webcam. So that's how I'm able to do 2 cameras. I just connect 2 cameras in through USB, and that's how I do it. If you wanted, I mean, there are switchers out there, but I'm not sure that it's necessary to use one when you can just put each camera in a different scene and switch them. I saw a video out there today, this week, and that was on a switcher that's good. I think the switcher was actually right around $120. And basically it was not even a USB switcher, it was HDMI. So if you were going to be using HDMI as a source, it'd probably be pretty fantastic, but I don't think it was USB. He's always candid. Yes, Pauline Newman, that's gotten me into trouble in the past, and I'm probably going to get a nasty email from Streamlabs after this stream as well.
Talk Ethiopia has a question.
I tried to find shader or motion effect plugins for OBS Mac that animate when scenes and sources are changed, but I couldn't. Are you aware of any such apps for Mac? Windows users are lucky. Talk Ethiopian. Let me see. So, shader. You know what? I remember looking at the shader animations and that sort of stuff when I started to kind of experiment a little bit with my PC, and I haven't really figured out exactly how they work. If I had to guess, I would say the easiest way to do things like that in Mac is probably to create the actual overlay video in something like Premiere Pro, or more than likely something like Adobe After Effects. You can create some really cool like smoke effects, and then all I'd have to do is click the little circle on my thing here to activate the effect, and it would do it. That's probably the best way to do it on a Mac, because of the fact that Macs already are struggling to encode the video that they're sending out. So adding anything else into that encoding is probably a horrible idea. It's probably a horrible idea. It can be done, I'm sure, but so far I haven't seen anybody create any plugins for filter effects and stuff. And I want to experiment with those, so I'm hopeful that I can get a chance to look at them over the next couple of weeks and maybe put out a video for them. But unfortunately, it'll probably be PC stuff. It won't be Mac. I will say this, and I know I told 2010 Broncos that I now stream from a PC, but I still work exclusively on my Mac. The PC is essentially in my studio for streaming only, which means that anytime that I do tutorials on how to stream or how to do anything like that, I'm always going to try to give you the most updated information on how to do it on a Mac that I can, because I know some people, that's just what they have, and you got to make the best. You got to make the best of what you have. And I totally understand that. So I'm not going to rule out people that stream with their Macs, because if I could do it with my 2015 Mac, I would. I just can't get the kind of quality that I want with my Mac, so I had to switch to PC. But everything that I do and all the overlays that I create and all the streams and everything that I set it up on my Mac first, and then I move it over to my PC. So I just want you guys to know that this doesn't mean that Mac-oriented OBS content is going to stop on this channel, because that's not the case. I will still continue to try to push the envelope on my old Mac as far as I possibly can. So just so you know, Genevieve, how do I not get that name right every time? Did you get Did you get to test out OBS HX module app with OBS? I did not yet get to test it out, but is that Android though? That's my question. I had saw Genevieve that somebody had said that that iPhones and stuff don't generally tend to have the IP apps that work. So I'm wondering, Genevieve, if that's an Android app and not a Windows app. That's right, Pauline. That's my Twitter handle. If you guys want to get a hold of me and reach me, I do respond to everyone. I absolutely do. And I think Yeah, there we go. It's still going. The chat's still not working, but you know, I can't explain why. Anyway, it's absolutely been a pleasure, but it is time for me to get out of here, I think. What do you think? 2 hours? Not too bad. Not too bad. It works flawlessly. Oh, it's for iPhone? I'll check it out. I'll check it out. That's another video. I actually have been hard at work, Genevieve. Oh, wow. Ethiopia with Isaac. Talk Ethiopia with Isaac. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And Genevieve, I'll definitely check it out. Like I said, I've been working on that church video that I'm so excited is coming out on Monday. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I did some cool things with it. It made my wife giggle, so maybe it'll make you guys giggle too. It's a lot of fun. I love creating videos. I'm going to be sending a lot of hardware-oriented videos because you guys have a lot of hardware-oriented questions. So I'm going to probably start to transition a little bit into some hardware-oriented videos about live streaming and that sort of stuff. Doesn't mean that if you have a question about how to configure something or an app or something or just any sort of live streaming aspect that you can't ask me about it. I will always answer those questions. But we're going to probably transition some of our videos into the hardware aspects of live streaming. As always, my channel will remain a channel that's all about doing everything on a budget. So we're talking hardware, but we're not going to be talking... If you want to talk about state-of-the-art hardware that costs hundreds of dollars, there's plenty of channels out there that are going to show you all that crap. That's not going to be me. I'm going to show you what kind of hardware I use. We're going to do a little tour around the lab at some point in the next couple of weeks to show you how I have everything set up and what I use. And we're gonna talk a little bit more. We're gonna dig a little more into the Mac versus PC for live streaming in some upcoming videos. So we've got all kinds of cool stuff coming up. If there's something you want to see, hit me up on Twitter or wherever, and I will definitely answer it. Also, on my channel, in the community tab, I have a place where you can vote to decide what time I go live. Right now it's going to be Saturdays at 8, but I want to make sure I'm available and doing this when everyone else has availability as well. So feel free to just let me know. You've helped me make my live streams better. Oh, that's so awesome. That's so awesome. Everyone do me a big favor. Stay safe. Please don't go stir crazy, okay? If you need to get outside, get outside. Take a walk. Just avoid other people as best you can, but do not go nuts in the house going crazy. A man who owns a Mustang should be able to see the ocean. That's all I have to say. I love you guys. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. I really appreciate it. I want to thank my beautiful wife Monica and my lovely sandwich maker for hanging out and feeding me the questions. It takes a little bit off of my brain so that I can hopefully answer your questions as the very best I can. Thank you so much. Do me a big favor, guys. You're only getting one of these March 9th. What is it? May 9th? May 9th. You're getting one May 9th. Do the best you can to do something nice for somebody else. Make it count. Make it count. Make it memorable. Because you know what? You're going to have to wait 364 days to get another May 9th. So I love you guys. Have a great day. And I will see you next Saturday.
Bye, Pauline.
Oh.